So these are just my quick thoughts and reaction to WrestleMania Night 1. I did finish watching it yesterday, but didn't have time to be able to talk about it. I thought it was a really good show. I thought the build towards WrestleMania 38 overall has been pretty terrible, but like WrestleMania 31, Night 1 was awesome. First of all, we started off with Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs versus, I can't remember who they were facing, the Usos. The match was what it was. It sucks that Boogs got injured, but I didn't really care too much about that match going into it. Then we had Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin, and McIntyre picked up the win in what was a pretty good match, but hopefully Drew McIntyre's on for bigger and better things. He should be up towards the top of the card. He's an amazing performer. Then we had Logan Paul and The Miz versus the Mysterios. I thought that was a really fun match, and Logan Paul, he had a couple of botches, like he went over to the wrong corner once and he struggled getting out the ring once. But I thought for his first actual in-ring match, he was really good. He's clearly got natural heel charisma. I think he'd be great in the wrestling ring. And, The Miz turned on him at the end, so hopefully they do something with that at WrestleMania Backlash. Then you also had the Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch match. I thought that was a very, very good match, and the right winner happened. Bianca Belair went over her. And then you had the big return of Cody Rhodes with his AEW ring entrance attire. He's basically stayed the same, and now he's in WWE. I think it was great. For me, it was match of the night. I thought it dragged on a little bit in spots, but they still kept Seth Rollins strong as he had to, take 3 crossroads to be able to get finished. So I thought it was a really good match, but just dragged on a little bit. But it's awesome to see Cody Rhodes now back in WWE. Can't wait for Monday Night Raw. It'll be interesting to see what he says on a live microphone for the first time in WWE in 6 years. Then you had Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I thought this was a really good match, but the wrong winner happened. I don't know why Charlotte Flair's gone over Ronda Rousey here. I know they kept Rousey clean, they kept her strong, because it wasn't a clean win. Rousey got the, visible submission as well as the visible pin, but it just, for me, it doesn't make sense to have Charlotte Flair win here, but we'll see what happens. And then in the main event, you had Stone Cold making his return against Kevin Owens. So it's for the first time in 19 years, he returned to the ring. And the match was what it was. It was so scary to see Stone Cold taking a suplex onto concrete. So for me, the match was way better than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, Stone Cold can't go like he used to, but it was really good. I think Kevin Owens was the perfect opponent for him to have, and obviously he got the win. The crowd was electric for that. So thank goodness that WrestleMania was split over 2 nights because you couldn't follow Steve Austin. So at least he was able to be the main event of Night 1. And then you've got Brock and Roman, who will be the main event of Night 2, which will be happening today. I'll be watching Night 2 a bit later, so I'll get my reactions out to that probably tomorrow. I thought Night 1 was awesome, and I hope Night 2 can continue that trend.